Okay, so the underlying energy here is the Emperor. The Emperor is talking about not necessarily pursuing a relationship, but it's really talking about taking control and finding the control and the power within yourself, right? This is very stubborn energy. Sometimes this could be dealing with an Aries, but this is someone that really knows, that does what he needs to do, or what she needs to do to get whatever they need done. And the reason why this comes up is because of death, which is your card here, Scorpio. This is talking about releasing something from the past, or releasing something that's holding up space for something else that you truly want to pursue. Something that can really be, wonderful. It's about getting that fixed and kind of doing something about something that may have been released in the past here. Those things could very well be past disappointments, or some old situation that you may need to release, to forgive yourself and accept that they may not have worked out, but there's always something new and something beautiful that can pursue. So for your current state of being, y'all are feeling all in love and stuff, all romantic and everything. For a lot of you guys could be dealing with somebody that's extra romantic, a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or someone that is not of the water sign tribe, but they are very romantic. They kind of have this tendency to say the things that they feel, but not follow through. They have promise making issues, or promise keeping issues. So their consistency with what they say can be a little iffy on the front. This could also be a friend that wants to be more than just a friend. So that very well could be the reason why the Two of Cups is there, is that you see them as a friend and not as a potential lover. What you guys want out of this relationship, what are your goals, is the Ace of Pentacles, is to start something new, start building something that matters and really has a foundation to it. And I think this is a really beautiful card to have in your love life. I completely get this. But the thing, like we were talking about before, that really intrigued me is that what's keeping you there is Two of Cups. I think this is either that the connection is the problem, the connection is like very intense or something. I'm going to actually clarify this for you guys, because that's really interesting. But the Two of Cups is what's keeping you guys from the Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. And it could, like I said before, it could be that it's the connection itself, or this could be that there isn't a seeing of eye to eye. There's someone that's not feeling the same way, or you're not feeling the same way about this person that's coming in, or this person doesn't feel the same way about you. And the reason why is because you have the Five of Pentacles, right? Five of Pentacles is about what's lacking, what's not there. So there's something that's lacking in the relationship, something that's not, that needs to be addressed. I think there's a lot of vulnerability here. Okay, all right. So here's the thing. I don't know if it's anything lacking physically. I don't know if you guys are necessarily like physically together, or there's distance, but I feel like there's a lot of vulnerability, and I think that's why the connection is a problem. You guys feel very vulnerable in this connection, so you can't really start something new, because the emotion, the connection leaves you feeling vulnerable. Let's go ahead and see. In regards to what is this Two of Cups indicating is a problem for Scorpios to pursue the Ace of Pentacles? Oh, shoot. Yeah, it is vulnerability. Wow. Because here you have the King of Cups, and then the Sun. Ooh, so Scorpios, y'all are feeling very much in love right now, but you haven't said anything. I don't think I think it's very clear that you are in love with this person, and that love is what's going to motivate you guys to pursuing this relationship fully. So in a sense, this Two of Cups is not really a blockage, but at the same time, I feel like these emotions that you feel are not being really communicated or reciprocated, or maybe not reciprocated, but there's just a lot of emotional intensity, and you just don't know how to express that, or there is absolute clarity in the situation in regards to how you feel about that person. This could be another Scorpio that you guys are dealing with, or someone that you find that is very fixed in themselves. There could be another fixed sign that's in love with you. But it's just something about this Two of Cups situation that it's just like, y'all are just like, you guys are in love, but the reason why this Two of Cups is here blocking your way is because there's something lacking in the relationship. I feel like it is communication. Communication is the big thing that's not there, because the Sun talks about clarity. Yes, things are all seen and everything, but that doesn't mean it's communicated. It doesn't mean that it's, there's something else that's not lacking in the relationship. You can see that, which is great, which is absolutely beautiful, but the relationship is still lacking. And I feel like it puts you in a very vulnerable place. I think it's lack of stability. I don't think it's financial incapability, because there's nothing really pentacle wise that speaks to me about finances. But there's a little bit of imbalance here. I think that's what's lacking, the imbalance of give and take in the relationship. Perhaps you guys have made it known, or you guys haven't. And that is what needs to be expressed, right? You know how you feel about this person, and you know that the person feels the same way about you, but there is nobody communicating this. There's a lack of communication here. There's no way talking about it. So that is probably the reason why you're having a hard time pursuing this Ace of Pentacles. Someone needs to talk about it. And you have here for your advice, the Six of Pentacles. So it's got to be some sort of balance that needs to be made, y'all. Something needs to be given, something needs to be taken, and proper give and take. You know what I'm saying? So somebody needs to, it takes two people to tango with the Six of Pentacles, because it's a seesaw, right? If you give, the other one rises. It's your turn. You gotta kind of give that, do that oscillation. But as long as it's oscillating in the right pattern, you're gonna be fine. I feel like the Two of Cups will balance itself out. The communication will be had, and this will be pursued. But in regards to the Six of Pentacles, I feel like right now it's just that it's something's not being balanced right here. What's not being balanced right now for Scorpio in this relationship? The Moon. Okay, yeah. Here we go. Yeah, there's some stuff that's hidden, and that stuff that's hidden is keeping this relationship balanced. Somebody needs to be communicating how they feel. If it's not you, Scorpio, it's the other person. Scorpio, if it's you, you need to say something. Just be straight up. You know what? I feel like this relationship is what I want to pursue, or this is something I don't want to pursue in your relationship. Two of Cups. Could be that this relationship is that you want to pursue it, or it could be this. You do not feel the same way about this person, and you don't want to pursue it. You don't want to continue anymore. You may have someone else in your sights. This could be somebody that's an ex that's coming back in your life, and you want to pursue them, but you're in a relationship already. You know what I mean? And there's no judgment here. If this relationship just totally don't work for you, and you want to get back with somebody else, or go back with somebody else, that's totally fair enough. But you have to be able to communicate that. You have to say, you know what? This is how I truly feel. This is what I feel. And I don't want to do it anymore. I don't really want to feel this way. This relationship is already struggling. I put a lot of work into this relationship. I ain't finna do this with you. I'm wanting to go off and make something new and start something new with something else. And that's totally fine and acceptable as well, if that is the case. So there's a lot of stuff that's going on. Either you guys are there's a connection with you and this person, and you haven't said anything. This other person hasn't said anything, but you are very clearly seeing that you guys are feeling something. You know very clearly that you feel a certain way, but there's no communication here. There's nobody saying nothing. Nobody's saying anything, and this not saying anything is causing a lot of confusion, leaving a situation of balance. So right now you have to go in the dark, trust your intuition, go ahead and express yourself, and just be in the moment. Because when you do this in the moment, it'll make the balance will be all right. But you gotta be in your in the emotions, and you have to kind of trust that you can handle it, and handle the outcome of the situation. It don't matter, right? As long as you be honest with you, the things will straighten out. How you feel is the Three of Swords. So you feel like some old issues are coming back up. Maybe there's an old situation where this is somebody, again, from the past, and you have some heartache. And you don't really know if this is something you really want to pursue, but you feel so much love for them. You know what I mean? That could be that same situation as well, right? There may have been some things that happened and you don't feel like you can recover, or you feel like you have a lot of pain still there, but that pain is still somewhat in love, and you're still in love with this person. So that could be it too. These old issues could be a third party relationship as well. Maybe this is somebody else that's like, it's coming into your relationship. Again, this is this is very, this is very obvious, right? This is you guys could be in another relationship already that's struggling already. Like, you just ain't happy. The other person probably ain't even happy either. You're having to constantly struggle, but this person comes in, swoops you off your feet, and you want to pursue this, but you are heartbroken that they even came back to you, this ex, or you're heartbroken because this relationship meant so much to you, or you just don't want, these old issues have a lot to do with this, the situation again. Maybe you're having to deal with somebody that's coming back to come and pursue you, even though you're in a relationship already. That is another frustrating situation itself, right? Like, why are you coming back to me when I'm in a relationship? Like, couldn't you just like come to me when I was single? Like, why you gotta do that, right, Scorpio? Like, come on. But, there's a lot of situations here that could be coming up, but it's all about what you guys want to do about it. Taking action and making it happen. And that taking action has a lot to do with releasing something of the past, releasing something so you can begin to manifest something new to make you happy. Now, what you are afraid of here, what your hopes and fears are, is the Wheel of Fortune. Fate, things just kind of happening again. Things kind of, changing. I think you guys do want change at the same time. I think you guys want luck on your side, but then you're also a little bit apprehensive because if this is an ex coming back into your current relationship, then you're just like, all right, well, sure. I mean, I like this person. I love this person still, but is this situation going to happen again where I'm going to be in this relationship and be completely unhappy? You know what I mean? So this is looking pretty, like intense and really, really hard to make a decision about, especially if this is an ex that you really wanted to get back with, but you don't know if you can trust them. They have trust issues. They don't really follow through with what they say, and they can be romantic one minute, say the right things, in that second to you, and then all of a sudden do something completely different. It's like what y'all say and what y'all feel, you don't really follow through with your actions. So that this situation is apprehensive and an apprehension in itself, right? Like, you don't know if you can truly trust this person and getting back together with them. You don't know if this relationship, despite how much you're struggling, you don't know if this is just better off being, staying here and trying to work through it. And I feel like it's up to you, right? Making that balance, either communicating how you feel and being open about it, or trying to, letting you know what's missing in the relationship, letting them know that there's a balance that needs to be fixed, and then working on that in your current relationship so you don't have to even pursue this ex anymore because they won't even fulfill anything, that you're getting everything fulfilled in your current relationship. There's a lot of things that you can do, but like I said, if the relationship's too far gone and you don't want to work on it anymore, and this Knight of Cups is just what is perfect, then you have to communicate how you feel in order to pursue the Ace of Pentacles with this. Either direction leads to the Ace of Pentacles, I feel. You can get the Ace of Pentacles in any situation and any way, in any decision that you make. So that's why, it doesn't matter, right? Ace of Pentacles is a minor arcana card. This is something that you can do. That's your free will. So it's showing you that any direction, any avenue that you take, you can do it. But the blockage is that either this commitment that you're in is not working for you anymore, you don't feel it, or you are in a loving relationship and you do feel this way, but you haven't said anything. Or the person that you're with hasn't said anything and you know how you feel about it. So obviously with the Two of Cups there, you know that they feel the same way, but they just not saying anything about it because they're being very detached and they're feeling very vulnerable where they are with the Five of Pentacles here. They feel very vulnerable and they don't really know if they can trust being open because of what's lacking in the relationship, which is commitment, right? So there we go. This craziness is happening again, you know what I'm saying, Scorpio? But y'all strong, y'all intelligent, you can do this. Now your outcome is the Ten of Wands. So so with Ten of Wands there, talk about carrying your burdens, right? Moving from one phase to the next. Well, not moving from one phase to the next, but just kind of knowing that this situation is your situation. You can control the situation, handle the situation any way you want to, but it's about how you handle it, right? Because the situation can be handled in such a difficult way that it does cause you a lot of burdens. This is your burden that you're carrying here, but it's all about how you carry it to make it a lot easier on your back. Maybe you need to ask for help, pursue some, get some advice. Maybe you need to take a time out and just see, see what's going on. Maybe you can, carry the wands in a different way. But this Ten of Wands situation is coming up because at least it's saying this is the ending of a cycle, one, but of an ending of a burden cycle where you're having to kind of juggle all this mess. either dealing with somebody communicating with you, you ain't communicating with somebody, or there's a lot of emotions here for someone else while you're in a relationship. There's so much going on. Like, there's so many possibilities for a lot of you Scorpios out there. Like, this could apply to everybody because there's so many situations going on, but it's all about this burden. What are you willing to do with it? How are you going to carry these wants in a way that really kind of makes more sense to you and doesn't put a lot of strain on your back? Now I'm going to go ahead and pull you guys a romance angels. Let me go ahead and get this started for you guys. It's a hard decision either way, Scorpio, okay? You got no judgment here from me, okay? Nothing. If you ain't feeling like you guys can trust the person that you are pursuing emotionally, but you feel so much love for them, yeah, the lack in the relationship is strong. There's no communication there, but because you don't feel like there's something to commit to, that's like, it's understandable. But it's taking that risk, though. It's kind of like going outside and doing something you don't really feel, you don't really know the outcome of. It's kind of just going and trusting your intuition with that. For those of you that are currently in a relationship, that's what could also be implying, right? This could be, saying like, hey, look, if this relationship that you're currently in is not really fulfilling what you want, and you don't really want to pursue the relationship anymore, then hell, you guys have chemistry. So yes, there is some chemistry here with this connection. The connection is saying this is a connection. There is something connecting you with this person. But is it something you want to pursue? Is it something that, you want to release currently? Where, like, do you want to, open up and be vulnerable with this person? Does this person want to be open and vulnerable with you? Because there is undeniably something here between you and this person. It's undeniable, Scorpio. You feel something intense, something serious, and you work well. But, it's hard to be willing to be open with somebody and you're not sure if they can truly, deliver in this Ace of Pentacles journey with you. You want something serious. You don't want to just play around. That's not something you guys are interested in doing. You guys have Observer. Okay, so it's saying just sit and watch. Pretty much observe the situation. Take a step back and really look at how the situation plays out. Continue going along this road and, doing the best you can, but also be very aware of how the situation is and how it plays out with what you do in this situation and what the other person does in this situation, okay? Because how they react to everything that's going on, even when they do stuff, that is a sign in itself. And it's very interesting because, like I was saying before, in Libra, Virgo, and I think even Leo's reading, they had gotten paid attention to the red flags, all three of them, in a row. And I was like, whoa, what is going on? So it's very interesting that you guys got this card because it's very similar to pay attention to the red flags. So watch out for the red flags. This is a sign of commitment, someone that's willing to work with you. And then at the same time, you want to look out to make sure this person isn't trying to be trifling. Because if they're trifling,